All right, that's the president of the Nigerian Union Traders Association in Ghana saying that their shops are being shut and they're being asked to put in capital of $1 million for them to be able to trade in the country. He's saying that this is unfair and that as West African nationals within ECOWAS, they should be allowed to move, establish and be able to trade and not treated like other foreign nationals. Well, let's get a response now from the Ghana Union of Traders Association, and I'm joined via Zoom by its president, Dr. Joseph Obeng. Thanks so much indeed for joining us, Dr. Obeng. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir, for this opportunity.
All right, Dr. Obeng, I'm not sure if you were able to hear the president of the Nigeria Union Traders Association in Ghana, but essentially he's saying that as a West African national, Nigerians are being unfairly treated in the retail game in your country.
Yeah, that assertion is not correct, and that they are rather abusing the laws. The fact that other nationals of Africa are not complaining, and that it is only Nigerian citizens that are doing this, means that they are bent on flouting on our local laws, which will never be accepted. I hope you recognize the fact that nations are ruled by laws. Ghana, as a sovereign country, has its own immigration laws as well as investment laws, and we will enforce it to the latter. We also recognize the fact that we have the ECOWAS protocol and now even the Continental Free Trade Area. The framework that established this protocol and treaties are very clear. It is clearly defined on the rules of origin, and that we should trade among ourselves without any hindrances on the goods and services that are produced in our respective countries, that's the member countries. And that dumping is forbidden by these treaties, that we do not overly import from third party countries like Asia and elsewhere. And that's what our laws seek to do, that in this regard, one cannot trade in goods that are imported from outside the community to come and trade in the retail sector. It means that they are open to do their trade without any hindrance, without any disturbances, so far as they are abiding by the ECOWAS and the Continental Free Trade Area protocols. It's as clear as everything. It's only that they say that they cannot comply with our sovereign law, and that the fact that they are in they are ECOWAS member states, then they have the same right as their citizens, which is not true. But then they have all the right to trade without any hindrances, without any disturbances, so far as they are abiding by the protocols, the framework that has been established by these same protocols that he's quoting, and that they should trade in the goods and services produced in their country. Now they do excessive importation and all that to the detriment of the Ghana economy. And this where our investment law says that the retail trade is the preserve of the Ghanaian, and that's all. And that those foreigners in Africa and all that have the right to come even into the retail so far as they are trading in their the goods. You remember Nigeria closed its borders on the basis that member countries are abusing the ECOWAS protocols on rules of origin, and that people are importing from Thailand and elsewhere to flood their market to the detriment of local productivity. This is the same way that Ghana is also embarking on its sovereign laws. And we have done anything untoward to anybody. We are not disturbing anybody. As a matter of fact, there are over about 7 million Nigerians here staying in Ghana, as against about 200,000 Ghanaians in Nigeria. And nobody, no Ghanaian is even flouting their laws. I remember somewhere in November last year, they repatriated 4 Ghanaians. Nigerian government repatriated 4 Ghanaians on the basis that they are flouting on their immigration laws. So we are not intertwined as one country as you may want to proclaim the world to know. And that the right of establishment is also on the tenets of the laws of the sovereign country that you are visiting. So you may have the right to even establish, but then in accordance to the laws of that country.
All
so
right.
they should
okay,
not
so let me just be clear. Let me just be clear. So what you're saying is Nigerian traders are free to trade in Ghana. However, they cannot import goods from Thailand and China and sell them in Ghana. They can only sell goods that have come from Nigeria.
It is as clear as you have defined yourself. And there are so many other Nigerians doing this business legitimately so because they are abiding by the investment law. And that's, you can only, there's a window for you to trade in these foreign outside goods when you comply with the GIPC law that you trade in your investment of $1 million and employ 20 Ghanaians. It means that they want to drive these kind of importers into the mainstream wholesale and supermarket structure of businesses, and that the locals are giving the space for the retail outlets.
All right, so this action by Nigerian traders that are breaking this local law, how has that affected Ghana's retail traders?
They have overtaken our space. They come, they do all kind of more practices and all that. Rent charges have gone up astronomically and all that. We don't know what to do again. Look at their numbers. They are over 200 million. Already about 7 million have relocated to Ghana, and all that they seek to do is to come into the retail space. Where else can we go? We are sophisticated, and it should be taken. When we said that we should trade among ourselves as one entity, as African countries, it doesn't mean relocating. Doing business together doesn't mean one country relocating en masse to another country and swallow them up. This is not acceptable, and that leaders of the continent should even think through this before the continental free trade area become a mess, because then these people are going to quote the continental free trade area as an excuse to relocate into places like South Africa, places like Morocco, places like Egypt and all that, as if floodgates are open for that. But all these things goes with the immigration laws and then the sovereign laws as well. And especially when we should also respect the rules of origin and the framework that establishes this. So we are not going to relent on the pressure that we are putting on government, and that their speaker have come to Ghana to plead with our government to relax on our laws. We have told our government in clear terms that we are not going to allow the GIPC law to be amended in favor of any country, especially when our law is not in contravention with any protocol. It's so clear. Every country has its own set of laws. And so we should all follow the framework that establishes the protocols, especially in the coming of the continental free trade. I'm expecting that education precedes these countries so that citizens of these various countries should know the do's and don'ts, and that they should not overrun the protocol to our disadvantage.